Hi, Shuyang Li. Thank you for joining us today for this interview. My name is Shixin Li. I will be leading our discussion later. As I mentioned before over email, we are students from Harvard University and we are currently working with a local fashion brand to enhance the customer experience of our online and offline stores. Joining us on the call are Shixin Li. I would like to start by thanking for again for taking the time to join us here today. Your feedback will be very valuable to inform our team's future design decisions. Just to confirm, we estimate to keep this interview at around 30 to 40 minutes. Does that still work for you?
Yes.
During this interview, we will first ask you a few questions regarding high-wheel application. Later on, we will also ask you for your user experience for this application. Please be aware that there are no right or wrong answers. The purpose of this interview is to hear about your genuine thoughts in order to help us guide or later design directions as best as possible. Thus, please feel free to give us your honest reactions. With your permission, we would like to record our conversation here today. The recording will only be used for our internal documentation and reviewing purposes, and we will not share it with anyone except the people working on this project. Is that okay for you?
Yes, absolutely works for me.
Finally, I would like to confirm that you received the participate agreement form. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, if you have not already, please sign it and send it back to us at your earliest convenience. That's the end of the introduction from our side. Do you have any questions you would like to ask before we get started?
Yes, I'm good to start it. Thank you.
Okay, so we will go ahead and begin the interview. And to start, it would be nice if you could briefly tell us a thing or two about you. For example, what do you do for a living?
Hi, Shixing. My name is Shuyang, and I'm glad to join your project. I'm currently studying at Columbia University, and my major is instruction technology and media.
Okay, so what does your typical weekday look like?
My typical weekday is like hang out with my friends and maybe go to the library.
Okay, that's a good start. So that's back to our application. So now I will grant you the control of my computer so that you can play with the app. So can you see my screen for now?
Yes.
Okay, so then next I will give you 10 tasks for each prototype. We have two prototypes. And for each prototype, I will give you 10 tasks and you can follow my task and to get what maybe what I want or what you want. Okay, so for example, the first task is could you please describe what functions you think the application can have through the main page?
So through the main page, I can see some buttons showing that we can like explore the sounds and the species and the sightings from the whale, and also to explore more information about the whales.
Okay, so could you please start your operation and listen to the blue whale sounds? Oh, yes, exactly. So this is what we want. And the next task is, could you please learn more about different marine species? Learn more about different marine species. So this is the whale sound page.
I'm trying to go back. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, exactly. So this is the list of our existing marine species in our app. And next question is, could you please read more details regarding to a species, which is blue whale? Yes, exactly. So this is the blue whale information page. And the next task is, could you please discover where the blue whale sports or sightseeing happens on date 2023, November 5th?
I'm sorry, could you please repeat your question?
So the task five is, could you please discover where the blue whale sightseeing or sports happens on date 2023, November 5th?
So is this information showing on this page?
Nope. You may explore the application to find out where it is. Like recommend that you can back to the main page and like just find out where it is. Oh yes, so
Oh, cool.
yeah, so this is the blue whale sightseeing for 2023, November 5th. And next task is, could you please switch to see the fin whale sports or sightseeing? Yes, exactly. So this is the fin whale sports. And the next task is, could you please find a list of existing individual whales in our current application? Yes, so this is a list of existing whales in our current application. And could you please look into more details about one individual whale named Kelsey?
Yeah, that would be interesting to see.
Oh, yes. So yeah, you see that Cassie is a majestic blue whale. So, um, and next task is, could you please discover and switch between trip routines in our application?
I'm sorry, discover what?
Discover trip routines. Like our application has the trip planning. Yes. So this is the trip routines in our application. And could you please switch between different trips?
Hello?
Yes. So can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, please
So could
repeat
you
it.
please switch
Mhm.
between different trips?
Absolutely.
Yes, yes. So actually, we have two existing trips in our application. The last task is, could you please read in details about the two trips and just, for example, answer which one may be your favorite, and just you can say I can prefer the first trip or second trip, this kind of.
I would prefer like the first trip the whale go,
Okay.
because I can like maybe explore many other marines. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. So that's all the things about our first prototype. Then I will proceed to the second prototype. Actually, these two prototype has the same functionality, but just different design. So here is our second prototype. Also, I have 10 tasks for you, and you can explore the application like um, after I giving you the task. So for example, the first task is Could you please describe what functions you think the application can have through the main page?
So the same as the first page, I can clearly see that I can schedule my trip and also explore the species and sounds as well as the sightseeing and more information about all the world and marine species.
Okay, great. And could you please go to listen to the blue whale sounds? Yes, if you hover here, it will have the blue whale sounds. Drew. Right. And then the next task is, could you please switch to listen to the fin whale sounds? Could you please switch to the fin whale sounds?
Yep.
Yes, yes. So here is the fin whale sounds page. And the next task is, could you please read the details regarding to a species, which is blue whale? Yes, so this is the blue whale description page. And the next task is, could you please discover where the blue whale sport happens on date 2023, November 5th? Yes. So this is the areas like indicating like where where blue whale coming. And our next task is, could you please find out more areas we provided for whale sightseeing? Yes. So this is the area number two about different places that the different whales may happen here. And next task is, could you please look into more details about one individual whale whose name is Kelsey? Mm. Are you still operating it? Could
Yeah.
you please go to could you please just find out in an individual whale whose name is Kelsey?
I think it's because it clicks the bottom of Zoom, you know. So
So,
it may not
so it's
work.
on the bottom of Zoom. So
Yeah,
I
so it
will,
may not work on the app.
uh, what that mean? So is it better? Can you continue like operate or like I can? Oh, so I already moved the.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah.
Okay, but you need to go to Kelsey. Yes, so Kelsey is a majestic blue whale. So this is the Kelsey's page. And next task is, could you please switch to look into more details about another individual whale whose name is Frank? Yes, so this is another whale page about the fin whale, powerful fin whale, Frank. So the next task is, could you please discover the list of trip routines in our application?
The list, you right, you mean?
The trip routines, the trip routines. Okay, so now this is the list of trip routines in our current application. The last, the last task is could you please read more details or find out the trip plan whose name is Where Go and find more details about that trip routine. Okay, so yes, so you already completed all of the 10 tasks in our application for this prototype. So actually, um, give me a second. So this is the end of our interview. But before we finish this session, we would like to ask if you have any questions, concerns, or any further thoughts you might want to share with us. For example, you already played two prototype. Do you have any improvements, suggestions, or like for two of the prototype? Actually, we have five functions for each, right? So, which one do you prefer, and do you have any like advices regarding to how can we improve the application?
Yep, so personally speaking, I think it is a really interesting and great app to monetize, and also like all the functions and layout are clearly stated out. Like personally, I maybe prefer like the layout of the first version because
Oh,
maybe it's more like straightforward or like the layout of the page. Yeah, but overall, I think it's really good to manipulate
and
the app.
any difficulties like during your operations you think you have met with so that we can improve that furtherly?
I think so. Like as an animal lover, maybe as a user, we are more looking forward to see maybe like more pictures or videos about the marine species. Yeah, it may be like more interesting to see.
Okay, so thank you. We would like to thank you for your time and all your insights. All of your answers and ideas will be a valuable contribution to our study. Thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it. So now I will stop sharing. Give me a second.